As new moms, we're bombarded with programs and products that are gonna make us skinnier and happier and healthier and bounce back to our pre-baby bodies. And it's confusing to know what is worth the investment and what is just a total scam. Hey mama, Nicole here, and we are going to be talking all about the belly bandit. As a physical therapist working exclusively with moms, I get this question a lot, and so we're really gonna dive into the claims that they're making and see if they're true or not. When you look at the belly bandit and you are looking at the description of what it is, the first thing is to kind of look at the design of it. Basically, it is a corset that goes from the bottom of your rib cage to the top of your hips. It is made to wrap around your body. There is Velcro there, and you can make it as tight and snug as you want or loosen it to make it as loose as you want. And the idea is that as you lose weight postpartum, you can keep snugging things up, holding everything in nice and tight. So let's go ahead and look at the actual Belly Bandit website, and there are lots of different products that you could buy, but just for simplicity's sake, let's look at the original postpartum Belly Bandit and look at some of the claims that it's making. If you look under the Why You'll Love It section, you can see here that they are claiming that this device can slim and support your belly, waist, and hips. Now, when we think about the word support, does this device provide support? Yes, absolutely it does. After we have our babies, especially any cesarean delivery, our abs, our midsections are just noodly, loosey-goosey, and we do need and can benefit from something to wrap around us and provide us with that extra support. So does the device do that? Yes, absolutely it does. Does it slim us? Well, that's debatable. While you are wearing the device, yes, I definitely think you would be slimmer. It would be just like if you put, saran wrap around the hot dog bun. You could make that hot dog bun smaller, right? But when you take the saran wrap off the hot dog bun, things are just gonna go back to how they were, most likely. And the same is true of this wrap. This wrap is not going to make you lose pounds and inches while wearing it. It is going to make you feel slimmer and give the appearance that you're slimmer. So if you, put on a shirt over it, yes, you absolutely are going to look thinner. However, it is not going to actually make you thinner when you're not wearing the Belly Bandit. The next claim is that you are going to strengthen core muscles that were weakened during pregnancy. Specifically here it says, especially helpful if you have an abdominal separation, also called diastasis recti. Diastasis recti is something that I talk about all the time because this is a huge concern for moms. I myself have a diastasis recti. Right now at my belly button, I have a 2 to 3 finger separation between my left and my right abdominal muscles. This is not uncommon. It's actually normal to happen during pregnancy. For some women, after we have our babies, our belly goes right back to how it was. There's a very small gap there. Our stomachs are still very functional. But for some of us, we need to do a lot of intentional core strengthening to close the gap, if you will, or make our abs strong and functional again. Now, what this device is claiming to do is to strengthen our core muscles. I don't actually think that's true. I think that it definitely provides us with stability that is going to allow us to do activities that require a lot of core muscles, but it's not actually making us have stronger core muscles. With our core muscles, there's really not something we can do to just make them get stronger on their own. It's just like our biceps or our butt. If we want to get stronger butt muscles, we do squats. If we want to get stronger biceps, we do bicep curls. We have to work the muscle. We have to overload it with weight or activity, and then it breaks down, builds up, and gets stronger. And that is what our core is going to do when we strengthen it with core exercises. I'm gonna go ahead and put a link to a video up here about how to become more aware of your core muscles and some exercises to do to strengthen your core muscles, but it's not gonna happen by wearing this device. This band is going to bring our left side and our right side of our abs closer together, which is going to allow them to feel more stable. But as soon as you take that device off, you're going to be in the same spot with weak core muscles again. So I don't think this device actually strengthens your core muscles, but it does provide your body with a lot more stability. The next claim is that this device promotes mobility and helps you get back to your daily activities more quickly. There is research on this, and yes, it definitely does. Women that wore some kind of an abdominal support were able to get out of bed, walk, and reported decreased amounts of pain compared to women that did not wear some kind of an abdominal support. So yes, I think this claim is 100% true. It does do that. Now, I would caution you to think about what your goals are postpartum. For some of us, it's not to get up and moving more quickly. We actually need to rest our bodies a little bit more. We don't want to go guns blazing into activity after having a baby because our body needs that time to rest and heal. The next claim that the Belly Bandit is making is that it eases back pain. Yes, 100%. I believe that this wrap can ease back pain. Why do I think this is true? Because our ab muscles are the front part of our core, our back is the back, and our pelvic floor is the bottom, our diaphragm is the top. And by wearing this Belly Bandit, we are bringing the ab muscles together, which is going to provide that stability and support so that we're not overdoing it on our back and will ease back pain. Now, it is still true that after you stop wearing this device, you need to have a strong core to prevent future back pain. But definitely while wearing this device, it could eliminate or minimize back pain while wearing it. The next claim is that it is going to provide comfort after a C-section. Yes, 100%, this is a great thing. In fact, most hospitals actually provide women with abdominal binders, which is a very similar, just less, attractive version of it. But it basically wraps everything, keeps everything nice and tight, because after a C-section, a lot of layers of skin, muscle, fascia, tissue in general have been cut through. There is just not a lot of support there. You feel really jello-y and noodly, and if you wear some kind of a binder or a Belly Bandit wrap, you're going to feel a lot better after a C-section. There are actually studies that prove that, yep, this is definitely true. Women that use some kind of a binder felt like they could get up and moving a lot sooner after a C-section. So that is a great thing that this Belly Bandit can do for women. The next thing that the Belly Bandit says it can do is to provide you support and improve posture during activities, especially breastfeeding. Oh my goodness, moms, when we are breastfeeding or feeding babies in general, we are spending so much time hunched down and we don't have good posture, especially when we're in the middle of the night feeding for the 4th or 5th time. It is hard to sit up nice and tall and practice good posture. This Belly Bandit can provide that input to remind us to sit up nice and tall and actually provide that abdominal support that is going to make it easier for us to sit up tall for longer periods. So yes, definitely the Belly Bandit can cue us to have better posture. Be warned though that once you stop wearing the Belly Bandit, if you haven't done core strengthening along with wearing the Belly Bandit, you're probably going to go back to that poor posture. And so it is important that, like I said, we tie the Belly Bandit with core strengthening. The final claim is that this Belly Bandit will offer support while exercising. Yes, it definitely will provide support. You are able to bring your ab muscles together, give you that sense of stability and support, and by doing so, you will feel like you can do a lot more things, lifting that you felt like you couldn't do when you weren't wearing it. Now, this being said, I would not encourage you to actually wear this device during most exercises. And the reason I say this is because I think the best course of rehab after having your baby is to start really small, to start with your core, which includes your pelvic floor, your ab muscles, your diaphragm, so breathing, and your back muscles. To start there, to start with breathing very early on, link above to a breathing video that I think you should be doing day 1 after you have your baby. And from there, we are going to gradually start taxing our body a little bit more. And if you follow this progression, there's no need to wear a Belly Bandit because you're not going to be up doing Zumba before you've strengthened your core muscles. You're going to strengthen your core, your foundation first, then you're going to progress to those really hard, high-level exercises that you would need to wear the Belly Bandit for. So while I think it's great to promote mobility and be able to walk around, prevent blood clots by moving around after a C-section and things like that, that's really good. But wearing it to do a high-level exercise that your body actually isn't ready for, or exercising with it, having the illusion that your core is nice and strong, isn't necessarily the best thing that we can do. The next section I want to look at is about when to wear our Belly Bandit, specifically some of the time frames that they put on wearing it. So when you look at the Belly Bandit, it even says in the description that they actually created this based off of the cultures where they do belly binding, where they wrap things nice and tight, and a lot of the research and the practices around the belly wrapping, they don't start until about 4 or 5 days postpartum if you've had a vaginal delivery, and they don't actually start until about 4 to 6 weeks after a cesarean delivery, because they want to make sure that the incision is totally healed. Now, the Belly Bandit is claiming that you can start wearing the belly binder right after you give birth, and that you can wear it up to 10 weeks after having your baby. But I think the Belly Bandit could be and is safe to be worn right after delivery, and the reason I think this is because after cesarean deliveries at the hospital, we are giving people abdominal binders that they can start wearing right away, and we aren't concerned about them wearing that, and this device is very similar to just any old abdominal binder. So I think it's perfectly safe to be wearing. I would say if your doctor is recommending that your incision be exposed to open air, you wouldn't want to wear this device 24/7 because you do want that incision to be exposed to air and start healing. You also would want to make sure that there is no drainage or things that are going to get stuck to your Belly Bandit, that when you take it on and off, you're going to risk re-injuring yourself or pulling on the sutures or the staples or the glue or however they have brought everything back together. That could definitely be a risk of wearing it so early on. One other thing about the when to wear it section here is that they are claiming that they are capitalizing on the relaxin within our bodies, and that is why you want to wear it, up to 10 weeks. The problem with this statement is that we actually have relaxin in our bodies during pregnancy, but also throughout the period where we're breastfeeding. So if you're breastfeeding beyond that 10 weeks, you actually still have a lot of relaxin in your body. So if you are relying on the Belly Bandit for support in those first 5 to 10 weeks, and then you stop wearing it at 10 weeks, you still have a lot of relaxin in your body for weeks or months after you stop breastfeeding. So that might not be a long enough period if you're wearing it specifically for the benefits of what it can do while you have relaxin in your body. So it's time for me to give my final recommendations about should you or should you not wear the Belly Bandit. I think there are a few reasons why you should definitely invest in the Belly Bandit. One, if you have had a cesarean delivery, I think this is a great device, tool, thing that you can use to give you that support, stability, to decrease pain, and encourage you to be up and moving a little bit after your cesarean delivery. Now, that being said, most hospitals do give you a bare bones, basic, kind of ugly version of this, which I think would suffice just as much as the Belly Bandit. But if you want something a little more trendy or a second one so that you can, wash it or whatever, I think the Belly Bandit is a great option. The second reason I think the Belly Bandit would definitely be a good investment is if you are very self-conscious about the way that you look postpartum. You don't like the extra skin, because let's be honest, we're not going home from the hospital in our pre-baby jeans. Most of us, we have a lot of fluids, we have a lot of extra skin, our uterus is still quite large, and so our belly is still quite big. So if wearing this device and sucking everything in nice and tight makes you feel more comfortable, then this is definitely going to be worth the money. And the third reason I think you should wear this is if you like to have something that is going to make you feel secure and safe and give you the confidence to be moving around, then I think this device could be really great for you. There's also a couple reasons that I would not get this. And here's the thing. I'm not showing you the Belly Bandit here because I don't have one. And the reason is because one, I had vaginal deliveries, so I didn't feel like it was super necessary for me to have that abdominal support. And the second reason is I hate gadgets. I'm just one of those people that if it's just one more thing that I have to do, one more thing I have to wash, one more thing I have to put on, like I can't even wrap my head around using my bite splint at night because I'm just so annoyed with extra things that I have to do every day. So for me and other people that feel that way about like gadgets and tools and things, then this is not something you have to have. It's not a make or break postpartum experience. So skip it if that's you. And the second type of person I don't think should get the Belly Bandit is someone that is a go-getter, hard to slow down person, the person that's gonna put this on and feel like they can do the laundry, they can load the groceries, they can carry the baby around in their carrier. There's no limitations because they feel great, because most likely you're gonna end up doing more harm than good. It is important, it is crucial that we take time to heal our bodies after we have our babies. And if we just go, guns blazing, doing all the things just because we can, we're not going to allow our body that time to heal, and we're gonna end up with problems with pelvic floor weakness, abdominal separation, back pain down the road because we didn't take the time to heal right and do the steps of rehab and recovery right away. If you are interested in getting your abs really strong the old-fashioned way by actually strengthening them and learning how to connect with them, check out this video up here. I referenced it earlier. It's going to help you find your abdominal muscles and also give you some ideas about exercises you could do to get them stronger after you've had your baby.